Abel, say hi to YouTube. Hey everyone, it's Lainey and I wanted to do the pet tag. I've never done a tag before and I thought this was the best way to start. This is Abel! Abel, you're cheating! You didn't go on any rocks! Then we have a Mr. Cheater over there.
Here's Lainey and Abel.
The two best friends. I'm not wearing any foundation today. Nope, none. And I will say this lighting makes my skin look way better than it really is. I am going to continue with my pet tag. I've kind of been working on it the last couple days, filming little odds and ends here and there of my little dog Abel. And I wanted to just give some background on how we rescued him. We got him when he was 10 weeks old. He was just a little tiny nugget. He was 5 pounds. And he came from a home that had several litters of puppies. I believe it was like 3 litters. And the gentleman could not take care of all of them. They were just country dogs that didn't really have a home. They had to take him away from his mom early so that he wouldn't learn to be a feral dog also. At 6 weeks away from the mom, he was very malnourished. They had to feed him Pedialyte and soft foods and really build his health back up. He really is the biggest blessing to my husband and I. We don't have children yet, so he's definitely like our baby. But beyond that, if you're a dog person, you know what it's like to have a dog. Like, they make you so happy and they just totally improve your life. They bring you so much joy. I really can't even put into words how much we love Abel. I mean, he is a member of our family. I don't care that he's a dog and he walks on 4 legs and covered in fur. He is a member of our family, absolutely. Like, we try to include him in anything that we can, take him with us. And he is the most loving dog. It's kind of funny, when we first got him, I seriously was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. He was the most stubborn puppy I've ever been around. He did not listen. He didn't care to listen. It went in one ear and out the other. No form of discipline worked. We would try a new one for a little while and then he would get used to that and he didn't care anymore. There were nights where I would literally cry because I thought I was the worst puppy parent in the world because we were just struggling so bad with him. He was tearing everything up. He is part Jack Russell, so that's kind of one of their traits. They do like to chew on things. So I thought, oh my gosh, like we might not be a good fit for him. He might not be a good fit for us because he was destroying everything. But we just kept working with him. We didn't give up. It was like at about a year old, a switch just flipped and it like all clicked for him. And it was almost like we had earned his trust. It was like we had to earn his trust to really let him relax and just be the amazing pet that he is. He just totally changed. I mean, he still gets in trouble every now and then and chews something up, you know, all dogs do. But, I mean, at that year point, everything clicked and he just started behaving so much better. And he just became the most loving dog that we've ever had. Not to get too mushy, but I truly believe that Abel is a blessing sent to us because when I graduated college, my gift to myself was I wanted to get a puppy because my family dog had passed away about 6 months before I graduated college and I had never raised a dog from a puppy. My family dog we had gotten when she was just under a year old and I was like, I really just want to raise a dog from, you know, when they're just a little bitty tiny puppy, and I just thought it would be the neatest experience to really train them and potty train them and raise them from the very beginning, you know, as early as you can. Well, we got Libby and she was the best dog. I mean, she was just, there was something magical about her. I mean, anybody who was near her just fell in love. Like, we would take her walking in the city we lived in at the time, and people all the time would stop and want to pet her and love on her, and even people would ask to take pictures with her. I mean, she just had this personality that just, everyone just fell head over heels for her, and she was the most loving dog, and she was sassy. She had personality. Even my dad, who tries to act like he's not a dog lover, like he likes dogs, but he's like, oh, I'm too tough to be all crazy over a dog. And he even was like always laughing and having a good time with her because she just had this personality that just shined, and we loved her so much. So we had her first birthday party. It was the first dog we'd ever raised from a baby, so we went all out. We got her an ice cream cupcake, and we had our friend over, my dad, and we did the whole birthday party. We sang to her and we videotaped it. And I remember thinking to myself, Lainey, this is ridiculous. I've never held a birthday party for a dog before. This is so silly. But I was just so glad that we were doing it. I mean, it was fun. She had fun. And I don't know why. I just felt like I needed to do it, even though I felt super silly. And the next day, she actually got loose and got hit by a car. I still can't talk about it. It's been over 2 years now, and it still, it hurts. She just got loose, and my husband went after her, and he saw it happen. And it was really the weirdest thing. I was in the yard with her, and she never ran. She never ever ran. And we were packing up her car, and she got out into the yard, and she never ran. I wasn't even worried until it was the weirdest thing. She looked back at us like, see you later. Like, she was just saying bye, and she took off, and she tried to cross our busy road, and she got hit by a car. And I ran into the house when she initially ran off to get her a treat to bring her back in, and I still wasn't scared. I thought, oh, she'll come for the treat, it'll all be okay. And I hopped in my car, because she loved car rides, and I started to come down our road, and I saw my husband across the street down on the ground, and I knew what happened, and it was heartbreaking. I mean, she was only a year old. You know, dogs usually live like 10 to 15 years, so I thought, oh my gosh, like, her whole life was stolen from her. And if you've ever lost a pet, you know that it is exactly like losing a family member. I mean, my dad, he tries to play tough, and he was at work at the time, and I called him. I actually called. We worked at the same place, and I called, and I got my manager, and I said, I got to talk to my dad. He couldn't even understand me. I was hysterical. And my dad came, and he was crying, and our friend Dustin came, and he was crying, and my neighbor was crying because our dogs always played together. I mean, it was really, really terrible. And we were planning for our wedding at the time, and, you know, we were imagining our life after we were getting married, and, you know, we thought she would be with us. So it was really heartbreaking, especially the day after her birthday. Like, I really could not believe that. And so, I mean, our hearts hurt, and if you're a person who is a dog lover and a pet lover, when you lose a pet and someone goes, oh, just get another one, you're like, no, I just want that one. They're not all the same. They're not cookie cutter. They all have their own little personalities. So we really weren't thinking we were going to get another dog. We were so upset that we did not think we were ready. And I want to say it was like a couple months later, I saw an ad for this group of puppies at a shelter, and we were going to be in that area for a wedding. So we were like, okay, we'll drive by and see them. I really did not think we were going to get a dog. I really didn't. We were looking at the puppies and everything, and of course they were cute. But I was just thinking to myself, like, if this is meant to be, like, if I'm meant to get a dog, they're going to have to show us. It's going to have, there's going to have to be some kind of sign, like, this is the one. I went there thinking I was going to get a girl dog because I'd always had girl dogs growing up. And we were holding different puppies and playing with them. And Tony picked up our dog, Abel, who had a different name at the time. He picked him up, and as soon as he picked him up, Abel licked Tony's ear. And that is something Libby always did. I don't know why, but she would always lick your ears. And as soon as he did that, I was like, okay. Like, Libby is sending us a sign that that is the dog we were supposed to get. So we picked him up and took him home. And like I said, the first year was a struggle, but it is so worth it because he is the most loving dog. I mean, seriously, like, he is so affectionate and he loves us so much. Like, when we come home, we have a picture window, and he always is in the window, and his tail starts wagging, and he starts barking. He gets so excited. And he just brings us so much joy. I mean, he's so loving. Every morning he loves to snuggle. He comes up and he rubs his head on you, and he loves on you, and he tries to give you kisses. I mean, it literally brings so much joy into your world. I mean, even when you are down, you're stressed about work, whatever's going on, he can pick you up. So I am so thankful that on that day we decided to take another leap and get another dog because we love Abel so much. I mean, he'll never replace our dog Libby because they're all different. If you're a pet person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They're all different. They can't be replaced. So he'll never replace her, but we love him so much and are so thankful for him. If you're the kind of person like I am, who I think everything happens for a reason, even the bad things, I truly think Libby was, okay, not to get like, super religious with anyone. We all have our own beliefs, that's fine. But I truly think that Libby was an angel sent to us to give us one of the best years of our life with her. And then she left this earth so that we would get Abel, because we would have never gotten another dog having her, and I think she left so that Abel could get a good home, that he is so loved. We love him so much that I think that was the greater plan, so that he could come be a part of our lives, because he really is the sweetest little dog. Yeah. And so, I can't believe I cried on camera. That is kind of embarrassing. I'm going to try to edit some of that out because I kind of started to do the ugly cry just a little bit. And so that's our story about Abel. Some fun facts about him. He sheds a lot. If I have a friend over, you're just going to have to take my house and the dog hair. I try to keep up with it, but this is a part of the package. He is super fun. He loves to run around when he gets really excited. He runs laps around the yard and it's hilarious. He's obsessed with my dad because my dad always feeds him treats. He loves my husband. Whenever my husband pulls in from work, he gets so excited. He gets really excited when I pull in too. I always look forward to pulling in and seeing him in the window, waiting for me. What else about him? He loves other dogs. He loves to play with other dogs. An embarrassing bad habit he has is at the dog park. He is one of those dogs that humps other dogs. And it is really embarrassing. I'm like, I don't know that dog. I do one of these. I'm like, huh, whose dog is that over there? Oh my gosh. So he never did it until another dog did it to him at the dog park. So I'm blaming that dog, and he started this chain of events. And sometimes Abel will do it to a dog, and then that dog will start doing it to other dogs. And I'm like, look what you taught them, Abel. You are a bad influence. What else about Abel? He eats way too fast. He actually choked really badly one time, and I had to like pound him on the back to help him get it out, and it was terrifying, and I cried. Because of what happened to Libby, I'm super careful about him not getting outside. It terrifies me if he gets loose because I just don't want that to happen again. When we first moved into this house, he got loose in the neighborhood, and it was winter out. It was going to be like 18 degrees that night, and I was walking up and down my road, bawling my eyes out. I had never met my neighbors before, and they probably thought I was crazy. I was like, have you seen a little white dog? We live down here. I was so scared. He's scared of everything at first. If he's never seen it before, he's scared of it. Doesn't matter what it is. Like one time I got one of those plug-in air fresheners, and he spent about 15 minutes barking at it until he had determined that it wasn't gonna harm him or anybody else. Yeah, he is just literally the cutest little thing. Every time I look at him, I think, oh my gosh, you're just the cutest little dog I've ever seen. He's adorable, he's loving, and I wouldn't trade him for the world. Yes, it's my boy. It's my boy. Family snuggles.
What? You gotta be
Come
specific. He just came out.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. I would love to see your pet tag because I love all things animals. So if you have a pet at home that you love, why don't you go ahead and do a tag? I would love to see it. Let me know below if you do a tag because I want to check it out. If you have any questions about me and my experience of raising a puppy or my beauty beliefs, let me know. I'm an open book. And as always, stay positive because at the end of the day, that is really all we can try to do. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.